I'm Susan Quinn at the University of South Carolina. In this video, I will show you how to edit pages in the ePortfolio you are creating in Google Sites for the Graduation with Leadership Distinction project. We'll quickly review how to add and format text and add a link to an external web page or to a page in your portfolio. Then we will add a picture to one of the pages. At this point, you should have created your site, added the basic pages and subpages in your GLD portfolio, and chosen a base color theme or site template. Remember that almost everything you do can be changed as you continue to develop your portfolio. Here we are at the home page, About Me, on our sample site. We're going to add some content to the analysis page. So let's go to the page that you want to edit, and then click on the pencil icon, Edit Page. You can start typing in the body, or you can cut and paste text from another source. As with any web-based material, it is a good idea to remove the formatting from the original text before pasting it. You can do this by saving your document as a TXT or RTF file, or you can create it in a plain text editor such as Notepad. That's what I did. Let me open up my TXT file. Here we go. What I've discovered with the version of Notepad I have on this computer is that when I create my document, I do it with Word Wrap on. But before I copy and paste it into my web page, I need to turn that off. Now I can copy the text and paste it into my website. And that looks pretty good. Sometimes the text you paste doesn't look exactly right. You'll have to know what works best on your computer. Some problems, such as extra spaces, can be corrected as you edit the page. If the text still looks goofy after you paste it, you can try highlighting whatever looks funny and using the Remove Formatting button here at the top. It looks like a T with a small x, a capital T with a small x, and that will remove any formatting. And that sometimes works. It's worth a try. Now we have some text on our page. Notice the buttons at the top of the page above the standard editing options. We'll look at the items in Insert in a few minutes, and Table is used for creating tables. Layout is something you may want to explore. You can have different number of columns, or move your sidebar left, right, or even have two sidebars. For now, let's look under Format. You want to do as much formatting as possible using the preset default text styles you see here. You've got heading, subheadings, normal paragraph text, that sort of thing. And this is true in other programs too. The defaults will be determined by your site template, but remember you can change them in the base theme customization areas in Theme, Colors, and Fonts. Using these preset styles is especially important in Google Sites if you may want to create a table of contents to help organize the content on a page. Another reason for using the preset text styles is to assist individuals who use a screen reader to access information on the page. Let me add an H2 heading to the title of my text, Gardening. I'm going to highlight Gardening, go up to Format, and I'm going to do a major heading, an H2. Click off of it, and that's what it does. Now I have a little introduction to my page, and then I'm going to have a subheading So I highlight history and I do a subheading H3. Now I can scroll down because I happen to know that the next one is where there's going to be another gap. Types is also going to be that same level, H3, and so is this one. But, sorry for all the scrolling, under history I have some minor headings. So those I'm going to highlight and put as an H4. Oops, was there one in the middle? So you can see how you do that. Now let me go ahead, I'm not going to finish this, but let me go ahead and let's see what it looks like on the page. If we save it, okay, it's got some extra space, so we'll want to go in and take out the space. You can also do basic formatting using the standard editing options, bold or italicized words. You can change the color of the text. You can create bulleted or numbered lists. You can also, if you know HTML, you can go in and edit the source code for the page. That, of course, assumes that you know HTML. Okay, next let's add a link. I happen to note at the bottom of this page I have the source of this information, which was from Wikipedia, gardening, and here's the URL for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the URL so I don't have to type it back in again. I'm going to copy that. Okay, now what I want to do is highlight the text that's going to be the link. Go back up to the top, and in the standard row of editing tools, add or remove a link. So I'm going to click on link. Now, you'll see that the default is to the sitemap, which basically this would be if I wanted to link that to one of my other pages in my portfolio. But I want to link it to a web address. So the text that I highlighted was from Wikipedia Gardening, and then what I'm going to do is paste or type in the URL. That's the only other choice I have for a web link is if you want to have the link open in a new window. There are times when you want the linked site to open in a new window. For example, you might create a link to your web page that describes the professional standards for your field of study. If you think the user might want to refer to the site while reading a page in your portfolio that addresses the standards, it would be a good idea to open the site in a new window. In general, it's not advised to open sites in new windows because many people are in the habit of using the back button to return to a previous page. And if someone is using a screen reader and the link unexpectedly opens in a new window, it can be especially confusing about how to return back to your site. Accessibility rules and general design courtesy says that if you do have the link open in a new window, you want to say so in the text. The most common way to do this is to put words like opens in a new window or new window in parentheses immediately after the link. I'm not going to make this link open in a new window. Let's click on OK. All right, let's scroll down and see if my link is there. There it is. Very good. Okay. We're going to insert a picture. Let's go to the About Me page, to our home page. And this is where this is the page where I want the picture to be placed. Now what I need to do is click on the pencil and then put the cursor where you want the picture to go. Hold down the Insert button at the top. Notice that Insert a Link is an option here as well as the other editing menu. You can also see there's an option to insert a horizontal line, which can come in handy. Take a moment to look at some of the other things you can insert in here. You can insert a text box. You can insert a link to an item in your Google Drive. You can do a map, a Google map, or a YouTube video. But we want to insert an image, so we'll click there. First, you need to upload your image. Mine is already uploaded. What you would normally do is go upload and browse for it if it's not there. This is me, by the way. This is a picture of me. The other choice on the screen is for alt text or alternative text. It says it's optional, but please get in the habit of including alt text whenever you upload an image in any program. The reason is twofold. Someone using a screen reader needs a brief description of the image. Just hearing the file name for image7.gif or photo.jpg is not helpful to the user. If important information is in an image, such as a graph or a sign saying the name of a town, it's especially important to have alt text. In addition, you may need to explain any pertinent information from the image in the body of the page or in a caption under the picture. The other reason to get in the habit of including alt text with an image is that the alt text is what is in the little box that may appear when you hover over a picture. For this picture, the alt text will be Susan Quinn, comma, the narrator of this video. And then click OK. Oh, I didn't choose it. There we go. Click OK. Okay, there's the image. Let me click off of it for a second. This one happens to be sized pretty well for this space. It's a good idea to crop and resize any images you will be using prior to uploading them. This allows the file size to be generally smaller, and the user will not have to wait for the image to open. There's some editing tools here, though, that are very basic. If they don't show up, click on the image, and they should show up, either right below or right above the image. You can choose S for small, M for medium, or L for large to change the size of the image. Or, in this case, we want to go back to the original size. You may need to play around with it to look better. Let me go ahead and move down a little bit. Click on, you can also click on the align left, align center, align right. Let's do center. And then the other option here is to have text wrap on or text wrap off. And when you would use that is if you had a big body of text and you were going to put a picture around, in the middle of it or to one side of it, but you want the text to continue flowing around it. Okay, so that's how you can add and format text, links to a website, or insert an image into your site. Let's save what we've got here.